Accounting is an art of recording, classifying and summarizing in a significant manner in terms of money, transactions and events. So here the ownership will be transferred immediately from seller to purchaser. But under hire purchase system, ownership will be transferred only after the payment of last installment. Indian accounting standard is confined only to our country, that is India, whereas international financial reporting standard, so it is followed by 144 countries. Hello everyone, I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. My dear students, today we shall have a brief introduction about the subject, that is Financial Accounting 1, and this is for first sem BCom students. So as per your NEP syllabus, so let us see what the units they have given under this particular subject, that is Financial Accounting 1. Now moving on to the session, let us see what are the units you have under this subject. So there are total 5 units where you are going to learn about all the introduction or all the concepts relating to financial accounting in detail. So your unit 1 is all about introduction to financial accounting. So my dear students, in your PUC you have learnt all these concepts, that is about accounting concepts, accounting conventions, accounting principles. All the basic theory will be included in your first unit, that is Introduction to Financial Accounting. Later on we shall discuss what are the concepts you have to learn individually in this particular units. Okay, so your first unit is all about Introduction to Financial Accounting. Now coming to the second unit, you are going to learn about Accounting for Hire Purchase System. So this is the first time you are going to learn this particular unit, that is Accounting for Hire Purchase System. And your third unit is Accounting for Installment System. So this is also a new topic what you are going to learn here. Next, your fourth unit is Royalty Accounts. So you are going to learn how the accounts, what we are going to prepare under royalty. So what we call it as royalty accounts. And the unit 5 is Final Accounts of Sole Trading Concern. So this you have already learnt in your PUC. So if you are a commerce student, so you have already learnt about how you have to prepare final accounts of a sole trading concern, that is trading account, profit and loss account as well as balance sheet. So here if you see all these units, you are familiar about the first unit and you are familiar about the last unit, but there are few more advancement or few more adjustment what you have to learn here. Okay, so these are the unit or the syllabus for this Financial Accounting 1. Now coming to the learning outcome, that is after going through all these units, that is unit 1 to unit 5, what you are able to understand from these particular units. So the first one is understand and learn the concepts of financial accounting. So suppose if you are going to learn the financial accounting for the first time, where you don't have any theoretical knowledge about the subject, you have to learn here, or you will learn about this financial accounting in detail. So all the theoretical aspects. So once you are familiar with the theory, then your practical problems will be very easy. So for that reason, they have given the first unit as a theory unit where you are going to learn all the theoretical aspects relating to financial accounting. So after going through this first unit, you are going to learn about the concepts of financial accounting, that is all the theory concepts. Next, second is that understand the concept of hire purchase system and solving problems. So you will come to know what is this hire purchase system, how the accounts we have to prepare under hire purchase system. So what are the accounts we have to prepare, what are the journal entries we have to prepare, or what we have to record under hire purchase system. So that you will learn in the second unit. Next, you will learn about installment system and the royalty accounts. That is your third as well as fourth unit, where you are going to learn about what is this installment system, what are its features. So what you are going to, or how a problem can be solved under installment system, what is a journal entry for that. So everything you are going to learn here. And about royalty accounts also. So what are the ledger accounts you have to prepare under royalty accounts, and what are the new terms that are used in royalty. So that you will learn here. Next, you will learn about the final accounts and preparation of financial statements. So, this you all know about the financial statements, what we prepare at the end of the financial year. So, it may be trading account, profit and loss account as well as balance sheet. So, you are going to learn with few more new adjustments here. So, that is about learning outcome about this particular subject. Now coming to the first unit, that is your unit 1 is about introduction to financial accounting. So let us see what are the concepts they have given or what are the concepts that you are going to learn under this particular unit. So you will learn about the meaning and definition and scope of accounting. So already you know about the definition of accounting. So what is an accounting? Accounting is an art of recording, classifying and summarizing in a significant manner in terms of money, transactions and events which are in part at least of a financial character and interpreting the results thereof. So it means that accounting is an art. So we call it as accounting is an art of recording. So accounting starts with recording of transaction. After recording the transaction, we will classify the transaction into individual accounts. So once we have classified, we have to present that in an understandable manner. So we have to present that accounting information in an understandable manner which that has to be presented to the accounting users. And there also we are going to learn about internal users and external users. So we have to communicate the accounting information to these users. So how we are going to communicate in an understandable manner? So it is an art of recording, classifying and summarizing. So in what manner? In a significant manner. And we will record only the transaction that can be measured in terms of money or monetary units. So ultimately we will come to know the exact result of the organization. So that is about accounting. So we are going to learn about meaning, definition as well as scope of accounting. Objectives of accounting. So what are the main objectives of accounting? So why this accounting is essential? Of course, the main intention of accounting is to know the financial position or in order to know the profit or loss of an organization. So that also we will learn here. Functions of accounting and branches of accounting. So accounting is not confined only to financial accounting. So there are number of branches of accounting. So it may be cost accounting, tax accounting, social responsibility accounting, so managerial accounting. So there are number of branches. So individually you are going to learn, but this subject is only related to financial accounting. But we'll know what are the branches of accounting there. Then accounting principles, very important concepts where we are going to learn about accounting concepts and accounting conventions. That is, before recording the transactions, what are the concepts we have to remember or what are the principles or assumptions or ideas we have to remember while recording each and every transaction. So we cannot record the transaction as per our wish. So there are certain principles, there are certain rules and regulations to be followed. So that you are going to learn under this accounting principles, that is accounting concepts and accounting conventions. Next, we'll learn about the accounting standards. So there are number of standards which is given by ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, which has given number of accounting standards. So there we are going to learn about these accounting standards. And under accounting standards, we are going to learn about meaning and objectives, Indian accounting standards, that is INDAS and IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standard. So Indian accounting standard is confined only to our country, that is India, whereas International Financial Reporting Standard, so it is followed by 144 countries. So we are going to learn about it. What is this Indian accounting standard and IFRS? And the main important topic is distinction between Indian accounting standard and IFRS. So what are the main difference between Indian accounting standard and IFRS? Now if you see the topics here, so you might get a question on accounting concepts and accounting conventions. So they might ask a question on accounting concepts and accounting conventions, or you might get a question define accounting and explain the objectives of accounting. So, or explain the advantages and disadvantages of accounting. So, like that the questions may be asked. And one more important question is distinction between Indian Accounting Standard and IFRS. So this is also an important theory question. Okay, so this is all about your first unit. Now coming to the second one, accounting for hire purchase system. So this is a new concept what you are going to learn this year. That is, you are going to learn about accounting for hire purchase system. So what is this hire purchase system? So there will be two parties. One is hire purchaser and hire seller. So there are two parties. One is hire seller and the hire purchaser. Here hire seller is having a particular asset. So and hire purchaser is in need of that asset. So what the hire seller will do? Hire seller will transfer the asset to hire purchaser, and there is an agreement between these two parties, that is between hire seller and hire purchaser, which is called as hire purchase agreement. Now the hire seller has transferred the goods to hire purchaser, but on the date of transfer, hire purchaser will pay a certain percentage of the cash price. So what do you mean by cash price? The actual value of the asset. For example, if he is going to transfer rupees 1 lakh. So now this 1 lakh is a cash price of the asset, but the hire purchaser is not going to pay whole 1 lakh. So he will pay certain percentage of this cash price, which is called as down payment. So on the date of agreement itself, he will pay a part of the cash price, which is called as down payment, and the remaining amount will be paid by the hire purchaser to hire seller in the form of installment along with the interest. So here installment is nothing but what? Principal plus interest. Now on the date of agreement, he will pay certain percentage of the cash price, which is called as down payment, and the remaining amount will be paid in the form of installment. So this is similar to your next unit, that is installment system. There also the payment will be made in the form of installment, but here what happens? The ownership of the asset, the ownership of this particular machinery will be transferred from hire seller to hire purchaser only after the payment of last installment. Okay, so that is a hire purchase system. So you will learn in detail in this particular unit. Go through the concepts what you are going to learn here. So you are going to learn about the meaning of hire purchase system, features of hire purchase system, and calculation of interest under different methods. So there are different methods to calculate the interest. So you are going to learn that. Then ascertainment of the cash price of an asset. So in certain problems, they will not give the cash price of the asset. We don't know the actual value of the asset. So we have to find out that. So that is known as cash price of an asset. And we have a theory on repossession. So what is this repossession? We will have to learn the theory here. Then problems on hire purchase system under asset accrual method only. So you will have a practical problem on hire purchase system on asset accrual method. So here also from this hire purchase system, you can expect a 15 marks problem. That is on hire purchase system. It may be the journal entry or ledger account. Normally they will ask the journal entries for 15 marks. And you might get a theory on what is hire purchase system, that is meaning, as well as features of hire purchase system. That is a theory concept. And you will have a practical problem on hire purchase system. So this is about your second unit. Now coming to the third one, so accounting for installment system. So before that, I will tell what is this installment system. Here also, like hire purchase system, there are two parties. One is seller and other one is purchaser. And seller is having an asset and purchaser is in need of asset. And the seller will transfer the asset to the purchaser. On the date of agreement, purchaser will pay certain percentage of the amount which is called as down payment. And the remaining amount will be paid by the purchaser to seller in the form of installment along with the interest. The main difference between hire purchase system and installment system is that in installment system, the ownership will be immediately transferred on the date of agreement itself. So here the ownership will be transferred immediately from seller to purchaser. But under hire purchase system, ownership will be transferred only after the payment of last installment. So that is a main difference. Okay, so you will learn in detail what is the difference between hire purchase system and installment system. Okay, so here you are going to learn about meaning, features of installment system, and then you will learn about difference between hire purchase system and installment system. So you might get a question, what is installment system or what is installment system? Explain the features of installment system. You can expect these theory question. And one more theory question is difference between hire purchase system and installment system. You might get a question on this also. Then you will have a problem on installment system. You can expect a 10 marks problem on installment system. So once you are familiar with hire purchase system, installment system is very easy. So go through both the units. It is quite similar, only few changes you have to make. So make sure that you will learn hire purchase system properly, then go through the problem of installment system. So here the expected questions are features on installment system, then difference between hire purchase system and installment system, and you might get a 10 marks problem on installment system. So these are the concepts what you are going to learn under your third unit. Now coming to the fourth unit, that is royalty accounts. So here also you are going to learn few of the concepts. Here you are going to use certain new words where you can expect as a theory question. Okay, so here you are going to learn about meaning and definition of royalty accounts and what are the terms used. So these terms are very important. You might get a question, write a note on royalty, write a note on minimum rent, write a note on short workings. So these are the few new terms which are used here. So you might expect a question on these terms, that is on royalty, minimum rent, short workings, surplus royalty, recoupment of short workings, stoppage of work due to abnormal causes. So these are the few concepts what you are going to learn. So make sure that the expected question will be those terms where they might ask to write a note on these terms. Then you will have a problem on royalty including minimum rent account. So this is a 10 marks problem. So where you might get a question for 10 marks to solve a problem on royalty where you have to prepare the minimum rent account. Okay, so these are the concepts what you are going to learn under your fourth unit, that is royalty accounts. Now coming to your fifth unit, so you are familiar with this unit. You might, if you are a commerce student, you have already learnt in your PUC. That is final accounts of a sole trading concern where you have to prepare the financial statements. So you might get a question for 15 marks, that is problem on this financial statement where you have to prepare trading profit and loss account as well as balance sheet for 15 marks. So your concepts are financial statement, preparation of trading profit and loss account and balance sheet with adjustments. So they will give you the few adjustments, they will give the trial balance, they will give you few adjustments. By using that you have to prepare the financial statements, that is trading profit and loss account as well as balance sheet. So you might get a 15 marks question on this or the practical question on preparation of financial statement, that is trading profit and loss account and balance sheet. So these are the 5 easy units what you are going to learn under this particular subject, that is financial accounting 1. Now we shall see what are the books that you can refer in order to refer all these 5 units. So you can refer the books like Financial Accounting and the author is Gupta, Sultan Chand and Sons, and one more book is, the book name is Accounting Principles and the author is Anthony, and the next book is Financial Accounts of Mishra A.K. So the author is Mishra A.K. So these are the few books you can refer for this particular subject. So my dear students, hope you have understood what is your subject is all about. So you had a brief introduction about the subject. What are the units you are going to learn under this particular subject. So see you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.